This is the week where 31 members of the white supremacist group of virgins, Patriot Front, was arrested on their way to disrupt a pride march in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I've been to Coeur d'Alene. It's pretty. It's pretty conservative as well.
How far is it from Boise? Because that's the only thing in Idaho that I
I think it's
know.
pretty far. I think it's much more
Okay.
north.
Yeah, you get
Um,
you get the more further away from Boise you are, the scareder I gets.
Idaho
Yes.
is very frightening.
Yes,
Like
yes,
it
it is.
apparently, like speaking of like conservatives who are like, I don't want this, but I definitely don't want abortion rights, but I don't want like Nazis. They're in a whole battle over there.
Hmm.
Anyway, these Patriot Front dudes were arrested because they were acting insanely sus. A concerned citizen called police Saturday afternoon to report, this was last Saturday, 20 people jumping into a U-Haul in a local hotel parking lot, the chief said. The group was equipped with shields and masks that looked like a little army, the caller said. They were also all dressed in khakis and had the same hats and masks on. I don't know why I'm reminded of like the Forrest Gump scene where he's the one who calls on the Watergate like break in. He's like, yeah, there are some men in a U-Haul. Now, I don't know much about anything, but you should not be riding around a U-Haul like that. I'm sorry. But here they are on their knees, arrested and getting grass stains in them khakis.
Sidewalk. Sidewalk.
So Patriot Front got pulled over. They were all piled in the U-Haul, and they are all detained.
There you go.
Okay, why are they letting them keep the masks on? Why are they doing that?
Well, that was then. I mean, they were unmasked and
Hmm.
their names actually were revealed. Mostly they were charged with misdemeanor and intention to riot. They were held on a $300 bail each. And they did release their names. A lot of young men, and my favorite part is what their names are.
Okay.
Let's just listen. I'm just going to read you some first names.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay. There were 31 of them. I'm going to give you about half that. Okay. We've got Jared,
Of course.
Colton, Josiah, Devin, Dylan, Garrett, Brandon with an E, Kieran, Cameron, Forrest, Dakota. Like these
Oh no.
are all the name of the recurring shirtless character barista in a Baywatch reboot. That's what I've decided. I've decided these guys are all like, hey, Dakota, I'm Forrest. Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
And okay, so they are all really young. Okay, so let's dig into exactly what happened, right? So they planned their action in Coeur d'Alene, and it is a part of a pattern of targeting LGBTQ plus people. The group in 2021 defaced a pride mural in Olympia. They do that a lot. They love to. They get very, very triggered by the Black Lives Matter sign, etc. Their slogans are "Reclaim America." Their manifesto calls for a quote hard reset on the nation
Hard
we
reset.
see.
Gamer
Yeah.
term. Surprising.
Thank you for pointing that out. As it faces complete annihilation as our culture and heritage are attacked from all sides. Weird. I wonder who's our? What culture is that? They hoist a 20-foot wide banner and demonstrations that reads "Strong families make strong nations," even as membership has fractured relationships in their own households, and that is very clear because one of their dads, first of all, a mom already kicked her son out of the house over this action. I'm guessing it was Colton.
Skylar.
It was definitely a Skylar in there. This is the father. So an Ellensburg resident, Bruce Simpson, Ellensburg, I believe in Washington, the father of Spencer Simpson. He said he heard his 20-year-old son come home at night after returning from jail in Idaho last week. And then he tried to talk some sense into his son. He told him he knew that he was sort of, dabbling in the Patriot Front. He told him, I told him the problem with the far right is that they've never been correct, he said, pointing to the history of advances in civil rights. Born in Ellensburg, Spencer Simpson led an idyllic life growing up, his father said, becoming an Eagle Scout and getting involved with the Civil Air Patrol. He described Spencer as an introvert who finished high school amid the COVID-19 pandemic and had just completed his college finals before traveling to Idaho. I'm just reminded of like what that fucking Buffalo shooter said about why he did what he did beyond being a racist fuck. He was like, I was bored. And so I became radicalized. I was just online bored. And then that reminded me of like Ijoma Oluo's quote where she's like, we will never be safe until white manhood is defined by something other than the quest for domination over others. Like, yeah. And it's like, no matter how much we want to ignore and obviously be like, it's so painful to have to make these little shits the center of the conversation that's because that's what they want. I think a lot of people are wondering, how do you de-radicalize a bored, aimless white kid who's online, during the summer between graduation and college or whatever he's doing and just like, I don't know, give me an ideology. It's like, isn't Rogan enough for you?
But, Rogan's such a faux intellectual, like Rogan obviously thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, right?
Yeah.
And he breaks everything down to a hyper intellectual debate that removes context from everything. And I think that what these misguided white youth are missing is context, right? Like they all listen to music that has been birthed by people from other cultures mixing with American culture. They play games that are designed by people from other cultures mixed with American, like, yet they somehow have this lack of context that allows them to think that America is just white man, right. which is a tricky place to land. And I think like, if they're at that point already and they're 24 on the internet, it's probably too late. Like they needed to have some education done far before then, maybe with some critical race theory.
I mean, and this is the thing, like, as we like celebrate Juneteenth, I'm just seeing everywhere everyone's like, yeah, well, in the future, no one will know what Juneteenth is because it'll be illegal to even teach that it exists and it celebrates the actual end of slavery. Because even looking at our history is seen as being political. I'm just like, can't we get back into like frisbee golf or, like what? I don't know what else do like.
You're so right. The hippie movement has missed out on an entire generation of young white men. Like hacky sack sales must be plummeting.
Oh my God. I was into jam bands. I've talked about this on the show before. Nothing but white dudes. Nothing but like, maybe I don't know. Do they get to dread their hair again? And it's not problematic.
if it meant less shooting of black people at the supermarket, yes, please put the honey and peanut butter in your hair. Make it happen. Okay. I'm sorry for saying something in the first place. If this is what it leads,
right. If the white dreads were the thing that did it, and for me, I keep coming back to like grunge music. This is the last thing I'll say, but like grunge. Pearl Jam, Nirvana, it was great. It was like disaffected, mad. Punk was the same way. It wasn't all white, obviously. Grunge was pretty white. And it was in that region, like the Pacific Northwest, everyone with their fucking flannels, just like super broody. Like grunge kind of got that. And then it didn't last. I don't know. We need Kurt. Where are you, Kurt? Kurt would be MAGA. What if he was MAGA?
No.
There's no way. There's no way.
I don't know. Who knows?
No, let's not even entertain that thought. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, Subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuation room. Do it.